Welcome to Menomonee Falls High School, Jeskowitz Petroff Field to be specific. Tonight it's a Greater Metro Conference matchup between the Menomonee Falls Phoenix and the Sussex Hamilton Chargers. Hello again, everyone, along with Hall of Fame coach Terry Kelly, John Heiser with you. An intriguing matchup here tonight in the Greater Metro. You got one team playing for a conference title. Another team possibly could make the playoffs with a victory.
Right, there's three teams tied atop the Greater Metro Conference, so Sussex Hamilton wants to win this one and keep themselves in that crown picture. Whereas Falls, they need to win this game and their last game to get to 3-4 to have an outside shot making it into the playoffs.
Chargers are 4-1 coming into the game here tonight in conference play. Their only conference loss was to Marquette, a last-second loss.
51-yard field goal as the clock expired, so I'm sure they want to get back and stay in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it was a bounce-back win last week, albeit a close game against Germantown, 13-7.
13-7. Nate Kolath pushed across the score late in the game to win the game for the Chargers.
For Menomonee Falls, they ended a 6-game losing skid last week with a conference win over West Alice Hale.
Right, and Falls has been in almost all their games. They just have not found a way to kind of put it all together till last week.
It's kind of a youth movement here, only 6 seniors out of the 22 starters.
Small senior class to begin with, and as Coach Lutz points out, he has some fine young players, and so they've emerged into starters.
Now, they could get into the playoffs if they win out their next 2 ball games.
Right, that's that, final determination, who gets in, who gets out, based on the number of teams who qualify.
Should be an interesting matchup tonight. Now, let's take a look at some of the players we're going to keep an eye on for you tonight. We'll start first with Sussex Hamilton.
Well, Nate Kolath, player of the year on offense last year in the Greater Metro Conference, outstanding quarterback. Running back Jack Young, Coach Gum feels he's one of the hardest runners in the Greater Metro Conference.
We've got a Scout's honor over there on defense, that outside linebacker.
Scout Lauer is in on just play after play, does an outstanding job, and Reed Mayer is very disruptive on that defensive line.
For the Phoenix tonight, a good-looking young quarterback.
We saw Wilson Kirshner last year as a sophomore, back this year as a junior. Has had a pretty fair year, but just, they're looking to find that rhythm.
And then on running back, Joe Cook.
Joe Cook has really, last year, had a great game, 230 yards rushing.
Pair of senior defensive back players in that defense.
Oddly enough, baseball players. You got Kelly Grenier and Derek Steinbrenner, if the name sounds familiar with baseball. They run the defensive backfield, keep that defense organized.
When we come back, Mike McGivern rejoins us this week. He'll have the coaches for both teams as we continue tonight from Menomonee Falls High School. It's the Friday Night Rivals on My 24.
Welcome to the Heiser Automotive Friday Night Rivals High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Landmark Credit Union. We're here at Menomonee Falls High School as they take on Sussex Hamilton. My name is Mike McGivern. Thanks for joining us here with the two head coaches tonight's game, Justin Gum from Sussex Hamilton, Dan Lutz from Menomonee Falls. Coach, let me start with you. First win last week, and I said, hey, how was practice? You said, look, these kids worked so hard. It was really good. We could practice after a good win.
Yeah, I was happy for the coaches and kids. Obviously, you want to win games. That's what we're here for. So, man, we had a great week of practice.
Hey, I'll tell you what, anytime Sussex Hamilton comes over, man, it's a border battle, and you guys know this. There's a little bit something different, I think, in the air with a rivalry game like this.
Yeah, there's a lot more motivation with a rivalry game. It's a good rivalry. They're a great team, so it's a great opportunity for us tonight.
Hey, Justin, it's good to see you again. Feeling pretty good about this year's team. You guys have had some great wins and seem to be playing really well right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it best, though. Like, throw the records out, right, this week. I mean, rivalry is big, and the kids know it on both sides, and a little extra motivation for everybody. So it's good, though.
Coach, when we see your team tonight, are we looking at a team with a lot of seniors, a younger team, good mix?
Yeah, good mix. Yep, I would definitely say we have a good mix. I think our leadership is key in our seniors, but from a, player talent standpoint, I'd say there's a good mix for sure.
Hey, do you think your kids in the locker room understand, all the rivalry and the difference between a game playing against somebody else and coming here to the Falls?
It's unique. It's funny because on Monday this week, I was curious, especially being fairly new to the area. I said, how many of you guys, had parents go to the Falls? How many, had parents go to Sussex? And so it was good to see the mix. And we talked about some stories in the past. And some of our coaches, obviously are either Hamilton or Falls alums. So it was kind of fun to hear that, to be honest.
First time here, because last time you guys played, you weren't around. You were sick.
Yeah, it was a Zoom call in the press box the last time we were here because I had COVID, so it feels good. Although we did play here when I was the head coach at Kettle Moraine, so yeah, there's some familiarity, yeah.
Excellent. Hey, Coach, same question for you in the locker room, the week of Sussex Hamilton, and you've been around this for a while. This is a little bit different.
Oh, yeah, I'll never forget years ago when a kid from Hamilton put a flag in the middle of our field, and that just embodies the rivalry. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't really need to say anything to get them fired up. They're ready to go.
You've shown that tape for these boys a couple times, haven't you?
No, I never got the tape. It was in the pregame. I wish I did.
Yeah, we might have it. I'm Judge Coach. I'm only kidding. I want to do that. Guys, thanks. And Dan, thanks for having us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Guys, we're going to get to a break. Other side of the break, John Heiser, Terry Kelly. Get you the call of the game only on My 24.
Sure. This is John. Check 1, 2, 3. Menomonee Falls, Petroff, Jeskowitz Field.
Terry on the mic. Key Metro Conference matchup.
Border battle set to begin, but first our keys to the game tonight, Coach.
Sussex Hamilton wants to play with tempo as they always do. They want to force Falls to throw. They want to get the lead early. Falls, on the other hand, knows they have to limit the big plays. They've got to try to make this a four-quarter game as they did a year ago, and they've got to get control of the line of scrimmage.
Phoenix won the toss, deferred to the second half, so Hamilton will get the football to start our game. Back deep is Blake Schauer, a junior, and DeMar Neal, a senior. kicking off for Menomonee Falls. That is Brentel Handley. And we are underway. And this will go all the way to the back of the end zone for the automatic touchback. It'll be Charger ball at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Handley, a soccer player that came to the team this year as a senior, and you can see strong leg.
There you see head coach Justin Gum huddled up with his offense, getting things started tonight. Nate Colath, the quarterback. We've talked about him. Jack Young, the fine running back. We will not see Kyle Lavoie tonight at wide receiver. He is going to be held out of the game tonight. But Nick Keene, another strong junior here, at 18 catches and 3 touchdowns this year. 3 receivers to the near side, working from shotgun. They will send a receiver in motion far side. That's Lucas Ruiz. They'll toss it back near side. Shower on the catch. Shower down the sideline. He'll take it across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down. Derek Steinbrenner there, the strong safety, finally able to make the play.
Yeah, Sussex liked that little tunnel screen play that they just ran.
There's the Falls defense. Steven Scott, the big man in the middle there, goes both ways at nose tackle and center. Good linebacking core as well as they hold him back here and they get a loss here on the play. Jack Young on the run. Colton Miller there, the inside linebacker, in on the stop.
Yeah, sometimes people mistakenly think of Sussex Hamilton only throwing the ball. They like to run as well.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Colath will swing it out, completes the pass to Shower. Shower takes it out to about the 40-yard line. Kelly Grenier was there to make the stop. It'll make a 3rd and manageable as Hamilton goes without a huddle.
Yeah, you see this quick tempo they want to employ.
3rd and 6 from the 40. Slant caught, first down. Nice catch by Keene. Nick Keene on the reception. Eli Elm there to make the stop, but it's enough for a first down, a gain of 8. And the Chargers go without a huddle. They'll send a man in motion near side, Lucas Ruiz. They'll hand it up the middle. Nice run that time by Jack Young across midfield into Phoenix territory. Nolan Anderson in at linebacker, able to make the tackle.
One thing this spread offense does is it widens the field, gives you a lot more slots through which you can run the ball.
Empty backfield here on 2nd and 5. Colath rolling right, throwing. Hits his man inside the 40. Wrestled down there, Lucas Ruiz on the reception. Ty Chislewitz there to make the stop.
Yeah, Lucas already had 22 catches coming in this year, but they've really distributed the ball to a wide variety of these receivers.
Another first down. They're brought to you by Best Electric Service. Best Electric Service, connect with the best. Barely get a chance to get those in here tonight. Hamilton, the Chargers, with that hurry-up offense. Keene in motion. He'll get it on the jet sweep. Met in the backfield. He's going to be thrown down for a loss. Getting there to make the tackle, Grenier. I believe it was Dylan Dukes who got in there first, forced him back behind the line of scrimmage.
Grenier on the year has had 65 tackles, been an extremely busy defensive back.
Loss of 7, 2nd and 17, back to the 45-yard line. Now motion up front. And we have our first penalty of the ball game here tonight. Pat Gill is our referee this evening, veteran official.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty. It remains 2nd down.
So the defensive penalty makes it a 2nd and 12 here for the Chargers. 3 receivers near side, empty backfield. They'll send 5 out on this play. Again, movement up front, and again, the neutral zone encroached. A little too much that time, I believe Steven Scott.
Defense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
A little too amped up. These are some of the things that have haunted Menomonee Falls throughout the season.
Little mistakes, youth sometimes contributes to those.
10-yard on penalty here before taking a snap. Now Colath rolling right, dumps it out, completes for a first down inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line.
One of the things you can see Falls trying to do to disrupt Hamilton is they're playing kind of a bare defense. They've got 6 or 7 guys standing right at the line of scrimmage trying to follow up the blocking schemes for Sussex.
Shower on that reception. Cole Gunyer there to make the stop. Again, they'll run it up the middle. Penalty marker thrown by the umpire. This might be coming back for a hold on a nice run. Derek Steinbrenner making the tackle, but this might be coming back.
Holding, 74 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So the Chargers will back it up 10 yards, take it a 1st and 20 here.
Yeah, one of the things you're going to see from Sussex Hamilton, they'll run over 2 plays per minute when they have possession.
Again, they'll go empty.
1st and 19.
They'll rotate the receivers here on the near side. Moving into a slot receiver spot is Shower. Phoenix look like they're going to send everybody here. They got the gaps filled on defense. They'll drop back. Kolath will swing it back here, try to set up a bubble screen to Keene. Keene inside the 25. Keene down the sideline. He's out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line. Close to a first down. Nolan Anderson chased him to the boundary. It is a first down, a Best Electric first down at the 14.
Yeah, one of the things Sussex Hamilton likes to do when they get in 3rd or 2nd and long yardage is screen game or draws.
From the 14-yard line. And now the play is whistled dead. It looked like there was movement on that right side.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So Hamilton on a pre-snap penalty here drops back 5 more to the 19, 1st and 15. They've reached the Salvation Army red zone. They'll work from the near hash mark. Again, jumping into the neutral zone.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
You got to check your emotion. You just got to look at the football, wait for it to be snapped.
Part of that, too, it comes from this upbeat tempo. You feel like you have to make something happen. You get a little overeager.
Back to a 1st and 10 now at the 14. Kolath rolling right. Will dump it out far side. Keene with the catch. Keene with the touchdown.
Nick Kolath to Nick Keene. It's a Charger touchdown.
Nick Keene with his 4th touchdown reception of the year. And the Chargers punch it in on their first drive of the night.
Could see the 2 defensive backs talking to one another. There was a foul up there on who had coverage out there in the flat. He was wide open.
It was kind of a crisscross route that time because you had Ruiz lined up as the inside receiver, or the outside receiver, I should say. Keene, the inside receiver. And then a throw for 2. Wide open. Keene makes the catch for the 2-point conversion. And nobody on that end over there on the far side, and easy pickings for 2.
Well, this is the fast start that Sussex Hamilton wanted to get to the game. You know, during the week you've practiced them doing this swinging door type extra point. Sometimes you're convinced, well, they'll run back, line up to do a conventional kick. And then that time, no, didn't happen.
Keene with the touchdown catch and the 2-point conversion makes it an 8-0 ball game. 80-yard drive in just under 4 minutes.
It's a lot of plays that they've run off already. You know, it disrupts your defense, tires your kids out. And Sussex Hamilton practices at this upbeat tempo. I watched their practice this week, and there's not dead time.
Our closed captioning tonight is brought to you by LifeLock. That's LifeLock. Identity theft protection starts here. Andrew Eichmann Jr. does the kicking for the Chargers. A pair of sophomores back deep for Menomonee Falls, Scott Hawkins and Tyler Sensky. Our kickoffs tonight brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. It's an onside kick. Chargers say they have it. And it should be Menomonee Falls ball here. Let's see. It is recovered by Menomonee Falls. We'll take another look at the replay here. I think the officials want to make sure that that ball went the 10 yards before it was touched.
Ball is spotted on the 47-yard line of the Falls. First and 10.
It's kicked around a couple of times.
Something they were working on at practice the other day, too. They do that bunch kickoff, fake like they're going to come forward to kick, but that time they followed through.
I believe it was Dylan Dukes who recovered for the Phoenix. So they get good field position here to start their first drive of the night. They'll swing it out here near side. Nice reception here on the near side by Quinton Pfeiffer. 16th catch of the year. Carter Schilling, the corner here on the near side, able to make the tackle. There you look at the Menomonee Falls offense. Kirshner, we saw him last year as a sophomore.
Yeah, he filled in. The original quarterback got hurt. He had an excellent game. I believe they were playing at Germantown that night.
Pretty good ball game. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5 here for the Phoenix. We'll hand it off. Breaking tackles for the first down into Charger territory down to the 40-yard line. Joe Cook, the junior running back, brought down by Christian Hampton.
Yeah, he's got 827 yards on the year with 5 touchdowns. They also looked to hit him out of the backfield, the little swing patterns as well. Once again, another one of those juniors playing for the Phoenix.
There you look at that 3-4 alignment for the Hamilton defense. Very good Charger defense. First and 10, Phoenix. They'll hand it off again, running left side, inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. Joseph Cook again on the carry. Brought down on the play by Ladanian Milkey. Let's head down to the sideline. Our first visit with Mike McGivern tonight.
So, guys, defensive coaches here at Menomonee Falls talk about discipline. They're talking about, listen, we know it's a big game, but we need to be disciplined, quit jumping off sides, and then talk about their linebackers about making sure they're reading exactly what they're seeing. They said, look, this is what we talked about all week. Make sure you're seeing it and then react.
Kirshner on the run, shoved well out of bounds. May have lost a yard. Bringing up a 3rd and 6 here, brought down by Ladanian Milkey, chased to the boundary that time. There's offensive coordinator Bobby Regent Smith. He runs the offense for this Falls team.
Number 70, Nino Meyer. 72, Joe and 73, Stephen Scott.
Big 3rd down conversion. 4 wides, 2x2 here. They'll run the tight end in motion to the near side. Empty backfield. Kirshner with time. Over the middle, it's tipped and incomplete. Was looking for Bobby Conroy, the flanker. Through his fingertips, incomplete, bringing up 4th down.
Okay, looks like they're going to go for it.
So the Phoenix appearing to go for it here on 4th down. Empty backfield, 5 receivers. Press coverage at the line. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kirshner taken down on the sack. It was Evan Herman, who got there first. It was a full jailhouse blitz that time.
They got 6 guys right on the line of scrimmage. They all came, so they've got one more than you can block. Creates confusion over who picks up whom.
The jailbreak blitz. So Hamilton will take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line, scoring on their first drive and getting the 2-point conversion. Nate Kolath throwing the touchdown pass to Nick Keene. Took that opening drive 80 yards. They'll start this drive at the 43. Fake the handoff. They'll go back over the middle on a skinny post route, incomplete, looking for Eichmann, the wide receiver, in and out of his hand. Ty Chuslowitz was in coverage that time for the Phoenix.
Coming up for the Falls by Derek Steinbrenner.
Yeah, Eichmann coming into tonight's game had 17 catches, including 2 touchdowns.
2nd and 10 here.
At the 43-yard line.
Colath rolling right. Squares, throws, completes out there to Ruiz. Ruiz across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. 23-yard pickup. Eli Elm making the stop. But another Best Electric Service first down.
You can see how comfortable Colath is throwing on the run.
Now flush to his right, has some running room down the sideline. Inside the 20, still on his feet at the 10, late penalty flag. And Colath will take it into the end zone for an apparent touchdown, but there is a flag down at the 15-yard line. Might have a block in the back here.
Holding Hamilton.
That penalty is from the spot of the foul. First down.
It will result in a first down. They will mark it off from the 16-yard line, I believe.
Colath at 6'3", 230 pounds. Very, very tough to bring down. He's rushed for almost 500 yards and 12 touchdowns this season. So not only throws the ball well, runs very well.
What was that number this week, accounting for about 79% of their total offense?
I didn't figure that percentage out. I hired someone to do that for me, and they were able to come up with that. So last year he had 79% of their offense.
Wow.
Threw for over 2,400 yards last year, rushed for almost 800.
They'll mark it at the 25 of the Phoenix, 1st and 10. Again, that was a spot foul, so the first down stands. With it is Young. Inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line, a gain of 7. Derek Steinbrenner with the tackle, and once again to Mike McGivern.
You guys, offensive coaches here at Menomonee Falls, talking to the receivers saying, listen, you've got to identify when that blitz is coming, and you've got to shorten your route. Quarterback saying, boys, when you take 2 steps and come back to me a little bit, I think we got a lot of wide open receivers, but I've got to have time to find them. They think they had a pretty good first drive, feeling good about next time they get the ball.
Tried to drop one in over the top that time for Keene, broken up on the play.
And officials have to love number 6, Andrew Eichmann. He went out and recovered that ball that had gone outside the fence, brought it back into him. Eager to get the ball again.
Anything to slow down this offense. Young on the carry once again. Takes it inside the 15, forward progress to the 13. Will have the first down. Kelly Grenier, I believe, was the first man in there to make the stop.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see how rapidly they get to the line of scrimmage.
Again, Keene in motion. Young gets the call up the middle, trying to run off that motion. The Falls defense ready there. No gain on the play. Colton Miller, the inside linebacker, able to make that stop for Menomonee Falls. Well, this is an offense that plays downhill the entire time. Really enjoy this. Play fake. They try and go back on a post route. Incomplete, looking for Keene. Cheslowitz was out there on coverage.
Justin Gum says Nick King is just a tremendous playmaker. They said keep your eyes on him. He will make some unbelievable catches.
Tell you what, just a junior, continues to grow. Colath in trouble, and down he goes. Right at the line of scrimmage, Jake Grenier there to make the stop. Brings up 4th down. What are the Chargers going to do here?
They're going to go for it.
They will go for it. They'll take Young out at a running back. They'll empty the backfield, bring in an extra wide receiver. 5 receivers going out. And now a timeout I believe, taken here by Justin Gum. We will take our break. 4:15 to play here in this first quarter. The Chargers facing a 4th and 9 when we return. They're up by 8. Weeknights, watch two of your favorite television families for some dinnertime delights. First, it's an hour of the Goldbergs at 5, then catch the Baxters on Last Man Standing, only on My 24. Andrew Eichmann Jr. on to attempt a field goal here. This will be a 29-yard attempt, middle of the field. Ball down, kick is good, right down the middle.
Eichmann's 29-yard field goal.
29-yard field goal. Add to their lead, 11-zip. Chargers on top of the Phoenix.
Well, just like waves coming onto the beach, the way Sussex Hamilton runs this offense.
While we have a moment, let's get a message in from our folks at Landmark Credit Union.
Welcome to tonight's game. I'm Breon Nash, Digital Marketing Coordinator with Landmark Credit Union. Once again, Landmark Credit Union is proud to be a sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week on My 24. We're proud to show our support for local schools and to give back to the communities we serve. At Landmark Credit Union, our job is to be there for our members for every landmark moment. If it has to do with your life and your money, we can help. Visit us online or at one of our over 30 branches, including locations near the two schools playing tonight. You can learn more at landmarkcu.com.
Chargers started their drive on their own 43-yard line after stopping the Phoenix, and it results in a 29-yard field. Got to believe that's a win for that Falls defense, though. Kept them out of the end zone.
Right. And that's what you've got to build on with a young team. You've got to make sure, you start to have confidence in what you're trying to do.
Scott Hawkins and Tyler Sensky back. And this will be Hawkins on the return. Penalty markers fly as he takes it across the 15 to about the 18-yard line. Rocco Orlando there to make the tackle. And a couple of flags on that play. We'll see what this is all about. While they discuss, we're on all over the world, and who checked in with you already tonight?
My brother Jim out in Olympia, Washington. Jim, outstanding football player, both high school and college, also a champion sprinter.
Back on the kicking team, number 11 during the kick. It's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
Always said he got all the speed in the family. I got the good looks, and so it's tough, but say hello to him and his family out in Olympia.
Don't forget our hit of the game tonight. And that's sponsored by the Milwaukee Admirals. Practice started this week for the Admirals. I believe their exhibition season starts tonight as well. Hockey just around the corner. Our buddy Sean Raffaelli out in Vegas this weekend. Our regular spotter. Going to follow the Fighting Irish out there. Nowhere to go. Actually lost some yardage back to the 25-yard line. Christian Hampton. Second and about 13.
You know, one of the things when you think of Sussex Hamilton, you obviously think of the offense, and what you don't realize sometimes is how strong their defense has been, and what they've been able to do to teams this year, bottling them up.
Empty backfield. Kirshner, kind of a read option that time, and elected to keep it. Carson Clark, along with Evan Herman, both there. Third and long now for Menomonee Falls.
Yeah, Sussex only allowing a little over 7 points a game so far in the conference.
As you said, much is written about their offense and how quickly they can score and the number of plays that they get off per game. But defense, not bad when you're allowing only 7 points per contest. Kirshner going to throw on third down, and it's going to be well short, well played out there. Hawkins on the reception. Carter Schilling with the tackle.
Yeah, one of the things that's a benefit of practicing against Nate Kolath, you've seen passing attacks. Your defensive backs know how to adjust to the different routes, and they know about how to come up and cover receivers.
Eli Elm will be forced to punt here. Nick Keene, the junior, single returner here, standing at his own 40. Elm from the left foot sails out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Going to be close to the 45-yard line. Let's see. They'll mark it out at the 44-yard line. Nope, they actually move it back inside the 40. Little moonwalk over there by that side judge.
I hate to say this is a critical juncture of the game, but in a way it is. Falls has to get a defensive stance. Now, last year it was kind of a similar situation. Sussex Hamilton had a great season going and wound up being a 28-27 game. You know, this is a huge rivalry game, and so Falls now has to get that confidence to be able to say, hey, we can stop this O.
Two receivers stacked here to the near side. They will hand it off to Young around the right side. Young across the 40. Takes it out to the 45-yard line before he is turned back. Gain of 8. Stephen Scott leading the defense there for Menomonee Falls.
Wrapped up by Colton Miller. The ball rests on the 46-yard line of Hamilton.
Full gain of 9 on the forward progress. 2nd and 1. Keene in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. Plenty of time. Kolath off the back foot trying to lead his receiver. Incomplete, looking for Lucas Ruiz. Ruiz, I should say, the junior.
Covered up by Ty
Chislevich with the coverage.
Remember, Ty, from a year ago, we wanted to make sure we had that name going right. He's 28 tackles in the season, 2 tackles for loss.
Chislevich, part of that strong junior class, as Young will get the first down right at midfield. Hunter Stuber there. Another best electric service first down right at midfield for the Chargers. Empty backfield here. 5 receivers, 3 to the near side. High pass brought down on that far sideline. Shower with the catch. Chislevich with the coverage that time and the tackle. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
At the 41.
Sussex Hamilton has 10 different players who've caught touchdown passes this year. He's really spread that ball around.
Play fake. Kolath bumped off, throws off his back foot, looking to throw it away.
Kolath's pass is incomplete.
The Phoenix defense Would have had a deep sack there back toward midfield, but Colath able to bounce off the initial tackle. And again, that new rule where you can throw it away to save the down as we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So, guys, the quarterback coach here at Falls and the offensive coordinator talking to the quarterback and asking him about his reads and his progression. And a really interesting conversation. Quarterback said, look, last time when I saw this, here's what I did, and you said that was the right decision. Now you're telling me here. And it really interesting the conversation between them. Quarterback standing up for what he's seeing, and they're saying, look, you need to make sure when you're reading this, this is where you're going with the ball. No yelling, no screaming, everything nice and calm. And the conversation is coach to player. It's really interesting here on the sidelines.
Mike, thanks for that tidbit. Yeah, that's why some offensive coordinators like to be on the field, get that instant readout. Oh, through the hands of Nick Keene, incomplete. He was open. Colath throwing a hot ball that time.
Colath, a baseball player, and you can see.
We had officials stopping play here. We got to send a player off, it looks like, for an equipment issue.
Yeah, Colath also plays basketball. When you talk about his size, why he doesn't get brought down easily. He's got all those attributes you look for nowadays in a quarterback.
Late stages of this first quarter, 2nd down and 10 from the Phoenix 36. Keene racing in motion near side. Colath rolling left. Again, bounces off a would-be tackle, and he threw that away. I believe he would have been down. Let's see what the officials rule here. I think the line judge here on the near side is going to rule he was down. Jake Grenier will get credited with the sack. Back at the 42-yard line, it'll be a loss of 6 as we take another look. Was the knee down before he threw it away?
And that's the end of our first quarter.
And yes, it was. Good call by the official. That will run out our first quarter here in Menomonee Falls. The border battle, I should say, here between Sussex, Hamilton, and Menomonee Falls. So far, it's the Chargers on the Heiser Automotive Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union. Third and 16 to begin our second quarter for Sussex Hamilton. They'll try a bubble screen far side to Keene. Keene will be stopped short of the first down, just inside the 30-yard line. Need to get to the 26 for the first down. So an interesting decision here. Hunter Stuber was there to make the tackle, but Justin Gum wasted no time. He's going to go for it here on 4th down. And again, jumping the neutral zone. They'll get the penalty. We'll get the first down.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Defensive coordinator Eric Rutsch, you're kind of caught between the rock and hard place. If you drop 8 to try to defend all passes, there's too many seams left for a runner like Kolath. And if you rush too many people and don't get through, they've got 4 to 5 receivers out on every play. So you're kind of picking your poison, got to find out what's the right moment to hit this. But you can't keep jumping off sides.
Ruiz, the single receiver here to the near side. They'll fake the jet sweep. They will hand it off. Jack Young, a wrestler as well as a football player. Hunter Stuber there to make the tackle, a senior. Jack Young trying to use that, what he's gained in that leverage running the football.
Yeah, his 9th carry already tonight.
They'll fake it to him. They'll come back to the outside, and Ruiz, he'll take it inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. First and goal. Eli Elm was there for the Phoenix. And we're inside the Salvation Army red zone. This season, when a team gets inside their opponent's 20, they enter the Salvation Army red zone. And stretching for the touchdown, Nick Keene, his second touchdown reception of the game. And it's another Planet Fitness touchdown for Sussex Hamilton.
Yeah, we spoke of him being this playmaker, and you saw that displayed right there. Quick release, high pointed the ball, spun, got into the end zone.
Zizlevich, not really a chance there as Keene hauled it in. Now we'll go with that swinging gate formation on the extra point. And it is good.
Hatcher on the hold, Eichmann on the attempt. The kick is good.
18-0 Sussex Hamilton.
18, Menomonee Falls, nothing.
Second touchdown pass by Kolath, and the second touchdown reception. Another look here by receiver Nick Keene. As you mentioned, Coach, high pointing that ball. That's
Right.
down to the sideline. Here's Mike McGivern and Bruce Janzak.
Hey, Bruce, thanks again for being a sponsor in this. Before the game, we talked about a running back, Sussex Hamilton, and all the things you do as far as giving back to the community, teaching. This is a kid over here that is in your class.
Yeah, he's electrical course at WCTC. It's one of my prime students. I told him I do this after class. He came up to me and said, "I'll see you Friday night. I'm Sussex best running back." Very cool stuff.
It's really cool. You know what I love? Again, Bruce at Best Electric, teaching kids at the high school level what it's like to be an electrician. You must love doing that.
That's what I've done my entire life. I love giving back as this,
Right.
the community, teaching. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I'm very blessed I can do it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Not only that, but he sang me happy birthday. Man, you got a good voice, my friend. Back to you, boys.
Another year older, Mike McGivern.
A big thanks to Best Electrical Service. They're
Eichmann
wonderful
kicks to
supporter.
Swansea and Hawkins.
And Eichmann's kick will go into the end zone for the touchback. Our kickoffs tonight brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. And a critical drive to start here for Menomonee Falls. Need to get something going here offensively.
They've got to do that to give their defense some rest. The defense has been on the field for so many plays already.
If anything, just a sustained drive across midfield here, just to flip the field and give your defense a rest. Wilson Kirshner. Will hand it off. Getting a couple. Joseph Cook, 6-foot junior on the run.
Brought down by Milky.
Milky and Hampton both there. Inside linebacker and nose guard for the Chargers. Gain of about 3, second down 7.
Yeah, Falls only has one senior in that offensive line, 4 juniors, so they're still kind of, trying to get into this rhythm.
Trying to get the edge here on the near side and losing his footing again is Cook. Well defense, though. There was not going to be much room here on the near side as they shut the door. Trying to sneak it around here the edge. believe that was Scout Lauer there who
3rd and 7.
sealed that off.
23-yard line.
Once again, closed captioning tonight brought to you by LifeLock. LifeLock Identity Theft Protection starts here.
That Lauer was a second-team selection all-conference player a year ago.
Kirshner under pressure. Down he goes back at the 13-yard line. Carson Clark, the defensive end, clean all the way through. Gets the sack to thwart the drive. One more look.
Can't quite see it from this angle. They ran a very interesting stunt where they took that end, ran him all the way inside, and he was followed by another lineman. So they had two guys going through the same seam.
Eli Elm on to punt once again here for Menomonee Falls.
And the 13.
Nick Keene standing at the 45, awaiting the kick. Poor kick by Elm. It's a line drive here to the near sideline that might not clear the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark it out.
At the 55-yard line.
They'll mark it out at the 32. Just a 15-yard punt. So the Chargers with excellent field position here. 8:26 to go in the half. A chance to really widen the gap here.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is give Sussex the ball inside your own 40.
We get a good look at Justin Gum, the coach at Sussex Hamilton. Young with the carry, middle of the line before he is driven back. Give him a gain of 1. Steven Scott, the big nose tackle there to make the stop there for Menomonee Falls.
Yeah, Coach Gum talked about his coaching staff. Average age assistants is 26 years, and there's a lot of energy, and we see that in their high-energy, up-tempo practices as well.
Empty the backfield here on second down. It'll be Colath trying to keep it. Cuts it back inside. First down and more. Colath inside the 10. And he'll get in for the touchdown. Let's see. He stepped out at the 1. Looked like that left foot was trying to spin his way into the end zone. Stepped out just inside the 1. One more look here at the run by Nate Colath.
Now those outside receivers come block in, then they pull the lineman in front. A lot of folks out leading the way.
So inside the Salvation Army red zone, 1st and goal at the 1. Colath calls his own number. He'll walk it in for the touchdown. 3 plays, and they're in the end zone. Planet Fitness touchdown by Colath, the quarterback.
Now that line of Avidin Trujillo, Matt Slavic, Max Prell, Dante Theo, and Orlando Humphrey clearing the way for both Colath as well as Jack Young.
Kick is up, and it is good. 25-0 now, Sussex Hamilton. Well, the Salvation Army of Milwaukee County needs volunteers this holiday season. They are looking for bell ringers as well as volunteers for the Toy Shop program, Coats for Kids program, Christmas Family Feast. Look for these opportunities over the next few weeks at samilwaukee.org. Now, you can be a bell ringer with your family and friends or with coworkers or even with your student group or sports team to get involved. Just 2 hours at the Red Kettle can make a difference. 87 cents of every dollar received at the Kettle goes to helping those in need in Milwaukee County. Your donations help fund dozens of programs and services, including the Feed the Kids Summer Lunch Program, back-to-school backpacks and school supplies, Coats for Kids, Toys for Christmas, and Christmas Family Feast. Again, for more information, check out everything the Salvation Army has to offer at samilwaukee.org. 32-yard drive 3 plays. Nate Kolath going in from the 1. 25-0 Chargers. Andrew Eichmann Jr. Chip kick here. And caught by one of the short men here on the near side at the 30. It was Foley, I believe, who came down with it. So good field position here for the Phoenix. They need to get back into this ball game. They need a drive. That defense getting tired here.
Yeah, you turn around and gave him the short, Sussex that short field, and so now you somehow got to calm down, realize, okay, not going to get it all back at once. What do we do to sustain?
Young, or check that, Joe Cook on the carry. For a couple, LaDanian Milkey, inside linebacker there. Meyer also there, gain of 3, 2nd and 7 upcoming. 7:20 remaining here in this first half.
Yeah, LaDanian, almost 70 tackles so far on the season. Extremely active.
Again, they'll hand it off. Nowhere to go. Evan Herman was right there for no gain.
Herman, a very fine athlete, has an offer from Vanderbilt University. Last year finished 6th in the high hurdles at the state track meet. And so oftentimes they'll walk him up from his outside linebacker position, make a 4-man front. Nice frame on which to build.
Third and 7 from the 33. Picked off, intercepted at the 45, inside the 35, and still on his feet before he's wrestled out of bounds. Owen Peterson simply dropped back. I'm not sure if Kirshner saw him, threw it right to him. We'll take a break. 6:14 to play here in the first half. It's been all Sussex Hamilton tonight as they try and maintain a share of first place in the Greater Metro on My 24. They've been saving people and hunting things that go bump in the night since 1972. It's a supernatural love story with blood, guts, and monsters. It begins Tuesday night at 7 with the new series, The Winchesters, on CW 18. Turnover. Chargers from the 35. They go fade, near side. Broken up, incomplete. Looking for Eichmann, the wide receiver. Sislevich step for step with the receiver that time. Good coverage there.
Excellent coverage.
Second and 10 on the 35.
Young, the single back in the backfield. 3 receivers. They'll send one in motion, fake the jet sweep. They'll come back, a little bubble screen route here to the near side. Not much yardage there. Good coverage by the Phoenix defense that time. Jake Grenier.
Tackled by Jake Grenier.
Gain of about 2, so 3rd and 8 here for the Chargers. Empty backfield, 5 receivers. 3 here to the near side for Colath. And now penalty markers stop the play.
You could see Colath was getting ready to do the quarterback draw on that play.
False start, number 4, the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Foul charged against Keene that time. Keene with 2 touchdown receptions tonight and a 2-point conversion. So it backs up the Chargers to the 38 for a 3rd and 13. Blake Schauer will line up in a slot here to the near side along with Eichmann. Now Eichmann in motion. Colath over the middle. Nice catch by Schauer at the 27. Looks like he's going to be short of the first down. Nice grab by Schauer. Derek Steinbrenner right there to put him to the turf.
Yeah, Schauer coming into the game had the most touchdown receptions on the Charger team with 5.
4th and 2 for Sussex Hamilton. Quarterback draw by Colath. Second effort will get him the first down. Kind of ran into his own offensive lineman that time, and then Caleb Rainey for the Phoenix able to wrap him up, but not before he picks up another Best Electric Service first down. Young around the left side, penalty marker down, flag at the line of scrimmage.
Flags on the field.
Pat Gill is our referee tonight.
Holding, number 9 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. Remains first down.
You can just see the Falls defensive linemen kind of standing up. They're tired because they've been on the field so much. And all of a sudden you get a quarterback the size of Colath running into you. He's going to fall forward for 3 or 4 yards.
And this play whistled dead. Another false start penalty, I believe.
False start, offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Lots of airtime tonight for Pat Gill.
Said
We've had a lot of flags.
Not doing college officiating anymore. He likes to be able to stay home a little bit on Saturday. Been officiating for over 30 years.
He said. You're right, yep. Well, he 1st and 25 with an empty backfield. Colath trying to work the right side. He'll take it inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Brought down by Stephen Scott. Clock moving here. 3:40 remaining in this first half.
Ball lies on the 34-yard line.
And all their plays are signaled in from the sideline. Trips to the left side here. Colath hit. Ball in the loose, and it's still on the turf. And I believe it's going to be covered up here by one of the Charger linemen. It might have been Avedon Trujillo, the left tackle, who covered that football up. Now, was his hand going forward or not? I don't believe they're going to rule that incomplete. It'll be a fumble.
Rule it as a fumble. Falls almost got that turnover they needed.
Sizlevich hitting Colath that time to jar the ball loose, and there you see Trujillo able to cover it up. They will just hand it off. Young going up the middle, inside the 40, stood up and brought down there, well shy of the first down. I believe it was Grenier who was there. Chargers will go for it here on 4th down. Need to take it inside the Falls 15-yard line. You're
yes,
right.
It was.
Yep, Kolath with the quick punt here. Falls will get away from it. It'll angle out of bounds near the 16-yard line. That's where the Phoenix will get the football here. Kolath on a quick kick.
You could just see Kolath take those little too many steps back. Last year, he was a second team he was honorable mention, I should say, all conference punter. Averaged almost 39 yards a punt. So he can run, he can throw, and he can kick.
Not much punting opportunity, I would think, with his offense, the way they get up and down the field. So just over 2 minutes to go. 3 timeouts remaining for Menomonee Falls. We'll hand it off. Cook with a nice run, his longest run of the night, taking it across the 25, out to the 28-yard line. Gain of 12 and a first down. Matt Kabitsky, inside linebacker, making the tackle.
Stayed nice and low, good forward lean, 6 foot, 180-pound junior.
Toss it out near side, catch made. Well, they're going to rule it incomplete. Bobby Conroy, the intended target. Carter Schilling jarring the ball loose that time.
Schilling came up and filled very quickly on that pass.
Conroy, one of just 6 seniors that start on both sides of the football here for Menomonee Falls. Kind of juggled and just never was able to bring that in as Schilling dropped the lumber that time. Cook spinning his way to about the 30. Carson Clark there. And I believe the Chargers might be taking a timeout here. Let's see. They will. Their second of the half. Stops the clock with 1:33 remaining. Well, coming up in the National Guard halftime report, again, we'll highlight this week's Scholar Athlete nominees from both teams, and we'll also meet our Landmark Booster of the Game Award recipient tonight. That's all coming up on the National Guard halftime report here on the Friday Night Rivals on My 24. It's been all Sussex Hamilton tonight. Got off to a quick start. 80-yard drive. Open up the ball game. 2-point conversion, then an onside kick attempt. They go full speed. Again, the advantage there, your defense, you can't make the substitutions and gas yourself out trying to stay on the field. 3rd and long, Kirshner in some trouble. Will dump it off, complete. Some running room here. Quickly closing at the 35-yard line was Austin Eklund. Cook now coming up a little limp here. They can't afford to lose the junior running back here. He is the leading ground gainer. 827 yards coming into the game here tonight.
4th down Falls.
Walking it off here. But it'll be 4th down for Menomonee Falls. And the clock stopped here because of the injured players. So advantage to Sussex Hamilton here. They'll have some more time here to work with on that quick offense that they have.
I need volunteers and new members as well. Again, all the money raised tonight by the concession stand goes right back to the kids. We want to thank tonight's Booster Club volunteers, the Swansons, the Reeses,
4th and 3.
the Lechner family, Paul Wienick, Mina Overholzer,
And they'll send Elm out to punt.
and Heather Lochner. Thank you, Booster Club volunteers. Elm to punt for the Falls.
Keene standing at his own 40. Much better punt here. Keene will signal for and make a fair catch at the 34-yard line.
At the 35 of Hamilton.
So 1:13 remaining in the half. Chargers have one timeout.
Well, I'm sure as Coach Gum looks at things, probably figures he has time for at least 5 plays, even though there's only 1:13 left.
There's no pumping the brakes on this offense at all. They just go full speed.
And their defense plays with that same kind of speed. Defensive coordinator Joey Ray, I think he likes to emulate what the offensive people do. Just keep coming and coming and coming.
Colath swings it out left side to Keene. First down across midfield to the Phoenix 44-yard line. Miller brought him down. Clock stops while they reset the chains. Just like that, they're in Phoenix territory here at the Menomonee Falls 46-yard line. Colath rolling right. Sidearm pass here to the near side. Catch is made. Another first down going out of bounds. Lucas Ruiz.
I said 5 plays. They've got 2 already. I could have underestimated.
I was going to say, what's the over-under on that?
What are DraftKings saying about this?
Under a minute to go here in the half.
First and 10, Hamilton.
Again, a wide open receiver is Keene. He'll be brought down right at the first down marker. Another pickup of 10. Eli Elm was there. They'll stop the clock here. Falls will take a timeout here on defense. First of their 3 timeouts taken here by Menomonee Falls, just trying to get reorganized defensively here. Defensive coordinator Eric Rutsch out there to talk with the troops here. You see a lot of college teams going to this no huddle, full speed. I mentioned, my limited time working college games, I've seen that a time or two at the Division III level where you get these coordinators. They have a game plan. They want to get off 90 offensive plays a game.
Well, it's like Madden football.
Yeah.
And they've got the joystick and they're enjoying themselves. And I think the kids wind up, finding, so many guys sharing in the offense that appeals to them as well.
So following the timeout, first and 10 Chargers at the 22 of the Falls here. Colath, back corner, catch is made, touchdown. Sussex Hamilton, Lucas Ruiz. What a grab by Ruiz. Defended well on the play.
His 5th touchdown reception of the year. Also goes up, high points that ball. Excellent student, by the way, a 4.0 GPA.
Sislavich just didn't quite get the head around looking for the football. As the extra point by Eichmann is good. 32-0 Sussex Hamilton. 3rd touchdown pass thrown by Colath tonight. He's also rushed for a touchdown tonight. And he has thrown a 2-point conversion. Tried to get that right arm up there. Sislavich just a little late getting the hand up. Now they attempted an onside kick after their first touchdown. Would not be surprised if I saw one here as well. Our kickoff's brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. They do this little muddle huddle, if you will. Approach the ball and then they'll back off. And they will kick it away. From the 3. To near side, nice open field tackle. Sensky returning it out. DeMar Neal with a nice open field tackle of Sensky as he took it across the 23-yard line.
DeMar Neal, also a receiver on this team.
20 seconds left in the first half. Menomonee Falls begins 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll mark it at the 22. Kirshner wanted to throw under pressure. Sidearms it here to the near side. Incomplete. Juggling catch attempt that time by Bobby Conroy. Carter Schilling was right there.
Defended by Schilling.
And I don't think Conroy had control of that football as he hit the sideline.
Yeah, it was juggling the ball.
Credit to Herman that time. Evan Herman for coming into that outside linebacker spot. He's lined up here near side. He's coming again. Nice run, though. Cook taking it to the 30, 31-yard line, just shy of the first down.
Yeah. Cook, hard-nosed kid, came back from that ankle being a little bit nicked up.
And the Phoenix will hit the locker room. Down 32-0 to the conference leader, Sussex Hamilton. A three-way tie for first place in the Greater Metro, trying to extend that into the Week 9. And they lead it here by 32. Our Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union. Welcome into our National Guard halftime report here on the Friday Night Rivals on My 24. Time now to highlight our Scholar Athlete nominees, brought to you by the great folks at GlaxoSmithKline. We'll start with Sussex Hamilton High School tonight. We have Lucas Ruiz. Lucas obviously competes in football, also basketball, carries a 4.0 GPA. He is a 2-year starter on varsity football and leads the team in receiving. Lucas is heavily involved with his church and is given back by participating in over 20 community service hours. He is also a student ambassador for Sussex Hamilton High School. And in the words of Coach Gum, Lucas is not only elite academically, but is a top 1% human being. He is one of the top leaders in our school and is a kid that you would love to have your daughter date. A first-class individual. And from Menomonee Falls High School tonight, we have senior Jack Kanitz. Jack participates in football as well as track and field, carries a 3.833 grade point average, and has earned a varsity letter as a receiver on the football team. Again, congratulations to this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. Our weekly nominees will be in the running to receive part of $5,000 in scholarship funds provided by the great folks at GlaxoSmithKline. 32-0, Sussex Hamilton on top of Menomonee Falls here tonight. The border battle. It all belongs to the Chargers. We head down to the sideline and our landmark booster of the week award.
You know, guys, I haven't spent this much time trying to get girls to cuddle with me in a long time. Not working out well at all. Hey, our partners at Landmark Credit Union, so proud to serve and support our local communities. And tonight, we are honored to recognize an individual who has consistently shown incredible support for high school athletics here at Menomonee Falls High School. This time, I want to say thank you to Amy Detloff, but I know it's not shocking you guys. She's working. And she said, I'm too busy to come over there, and we're so lucky to have Barb join us. And we want to thank Barb and everybody at the Booster Club here in Menomonee Falls. And as a token of the appreciation, Landmark Credit Union would love to be able to support you guys with a gift for $500 and a donation to the Booster Club, and then also a beautiful gift from Landmark Credit Union, and ask that you continue to support and do the great things the Booster Clubs do at Menomonee Falls for our student athletes. So on behalf of everybody at Landmark Credit Union, Barb, we say thank you. Hey, so your son is the quarterback here at Menomonee Falls, and we've been talking about what a really nice young student athlete he is. How long have you been doing the Booster Club thing?
About a year now.
Yeah, and you don't get nervous too much anymore with him playing quarterback.
I said I didn't, but I probably do.
You know, Barb, we're supposed to be honest with. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? I'm a big fan of your son. He's a heck of a player. Thank you so much for what you do for the community here at Menomonee Falls.
Thank you. And thank you, Landmark. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, tell Amy we said thanks, but we understand she's really busy. Hey, next time I ask you to cuddle, say yes, all right? All right, boys, back to you.
Army National Guard halftime report from Menomonee Falls tonight. It's been all Sussex Hamilton. We'll continue with the halftime report after this on My 24.
Completed
17 for 24.
Kolath. Touchdowns. Touchdown.
Kids getting a senior night tonight. We've already looked at the football players. We want to recognize the Menomonee Falls Cheer seniors at this time. Menomonee Falls Cheer would like to recognize and honor our 2023 senior class. We're so proud and excited to see them lead the team this year and cannot wait to see what they accomplish this season. It's been a privilege to coach this group during their high school careers. Thank you all for your hard work and dedication over the last few years. No matter where your futures take you, you will always have a home with MFHS cheerleading. Back from their coaches. The 2023 senior class cheerleaders include Carissa Short, Izzy Corpels, Amani Minor, Jackson.
Okay. We continue with the Wisconsin Army National Guard halftime report, part of our Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union. 32-0. Sussex Hamilton on top of Menomonee Falls. We continue with our interviews. Mike McGivern and our Wisconsin National Guard interview.
Hey, guys, I'm talking to Sergeant Soley, and we talked for a little bit, and I said, hey, well, how was your week? He said, it's really busy. I said, explain a busy week to me. He's busy, man. So when you talk about having a busy week, it's a lot of one-on-one time with these kids?
Not so much one-on-one time, but it's more group exposure. So we do a lot of gym class type stuff, class presentation, resume writing, anything to provide value to the students, and just get in front of them and try to relay the importance of service and the value of military service.
Sergeant, is there a better time when kids start making decisions like all right, do I want to go to college? Do I want to join the trades? Do I want to get in National Guard? Do I want to do all of it? When do they start making that decision?
So it's generally around this time the seniors start to wake up and realize they don't really have a plan. Yeah, this is a good time for us. It's our busy time of year. Yeah, it's right now. It's a good time to make a call.
You know what? Thank you for that. It's really good to see you again.
See you.
Thanks again for your service.
Alrighty, thank you.
Boys, back to you.
Mike and Sergeant Soley, thank you so much. We'll take a break. Back with more of our Wisconsin Army National Guard halftime report on My 24. Hamilton leading Menomonee Falls 32-0 as we head back downstairs. Time now for our United States Marine interview. Here is Mike.
So, guys, I get on him a little bit because he looks like a poster, and then you understand. Every time we talk, he talks about family, talks about his Marine family, how important that is, but then he talks about these guys as well. And I asked him, could you bring them one time? What a great family, and I understand now how proud of this family you are.
Yeah, very much so. I've always been told that the one thing you can't brag about is your kids, and I love bragging about my kids because they're absolutely amazing.
Man, and you know you all kicked your coverage with the girl next to me, right?
100%.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I asked her, I said, look, please tell me one thing the guy doesn't do right, because he sings, he's good looking, he catches the football, doesn't make his bed every day. I don't know if we want to tell all the other Marines that, hey, when you're talking to kids this age, I think we can start talking at this age, but at high school age, this is a great time for them to make the decision to serve our country.
Yeah, it is. We have a lot of good opportunities. We have a lot of certifications. It really is a great jump-off point for a lot of young people that aren't real sure what they want to do after high school, thinking about college. You come to us for a while, gives you a chance to learn about yourself, and we give you the tools to really better yourself.
Hey, I promised you I wouldn't say anything to you, but I lied. You got to be so proud of him.
Very much so.
Yeah. You got a great looking family. These are really good boys.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
You bet. Back to you guys.
Mike, thank you, and thank you, Nate Blackwell and family. Sussex Hamilton has dominated this game, so as we take a look at our highlight package here tonight, they got it started early. 80-yard drive to start the ball game, capped off right here.
See Kolath finding his receiver wide open.
And then the two-point conversion goes right back to Ruiz. Or Keene, I should say. Keene again, his second touchdown catch of the ball game. And not only can he throw the football, but Kolath can run the football. Here he takes it down to the 1-yard line, and then one play later calls his number again.
Nice seam opened up on that left side of the line.
Falls, not much going their way, and this was the late interception here. Take it in by Owen Peterson. And then the fantastic catch here in the end zone to wrap it up, Lucas Ruiz.
Scholar athlete.
Yes, he was. Big play defensively early on. A couple of times they were able to get stops for losses, and then Cook with a nice hard run here in this second quarter. And then the defensive play, Sizlevich able to jar the ball loose, but Chargers were able to fall on it. And they lead it here 32-0 as we head downstairs. Hey, it's Coach Kress with Mike.
Hey guys, I want to talk to his fiance more than anything, but she's shaking her head going, not going to happen. Coach Kress, it's nice to meet you. Defensive line coach at Carthage, year 2 for you. A big difference as far as, understanding the culture, year 2?
Oh yeah, for sure. The guys are more focused. Definitely versus last year to this year. We're younger. We're still young, but they developed over the year, right? They're getting better. I think they're coming on right at the right time. We're in the middle of the season. We got a big win last week against Elmhurst, so they're moving in the right direction.
So you're a young coach. First time on campus at Carthage. Do you remember going like, hold on, man, this place is great?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. You're right next to the lake, right? You're right next to the lake. The field's right there. The facilities are great. You walk along campus. It's beautiful. It's great.
Y'all kicked your coverage a bit, right? She's way too cute for you, Coach.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did a good job.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Congratulations. When you getting married?
This summer, hopefully.
This summer. Hey, man, you know what? Smart boy. Back to you guys.
That's going to be one big bash, let me tell you. Coach Nate Kress, love him. Halftime wrapping up here at Menomonee Falls. Back with the second half when we return here on My 24. With Terry Kelly, John Weiser, Mike McGivern with you here tonight. And here we go. Mike's in the principal's office.
Hey, guys, 5 weeks. He's been the principal here 5 weeks. He was at a middle school. Hey, it's good to meet you. Thank you for having us. What a change for you.
Yeah, it's a big change, middle school to high school. But the neat thing about coming out here was the 3 years that I was at the middle school, all those students are here at the high school now, so I know 3/4 of them right now.
Hey, when you were a student here back in the day, did you ever think one day I'm going to be the principal here?
Not a chance. I remember senior year saying I'm never coming back to school ever again. So,
but listen, I hear nothing but good things about you. So thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. We'll talk to you soon. Back to you, boys.
I had a similar experience at St. Joe's down in Kenosha, only my principal said, don't come back to the school.
It's probably the shortest amount of time Mike has ever spent with a principal without it resulting in some kind of detention.
Hamilton will kick it off. Our kickoff's brought to you by Menards. Save big money with Menards.
Menomonee Falls receives the second half kickoff. And Gleichman kicks to Sensky and Hawkins.
Hawkins and Sensky standing deep. Returnable. Oh, no. Dropped it. Sensky across the 10. Has some room. Sensky across the 30. Down at the 45-yard line. Carter Schilling brought him down. A spark here for the Falls offense to begin the second half.
You see that so often when people mishandle the kickoff. Suddenly that defense kind of just lets up. They think everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, guy busts out to the outside.
Nice return of 40 yards out to the 45-yard line.
Another one of those young players,
yes,
a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. Cook. Nice hole left side. First trip into Hamilton territory for the Falls offense to the 44 of the Chargers. LaDanian Milkey there to make the stop.
Tackle by Milkey of the Chargers.
First downs are brought to you by Best Electric Service. Best Electric Service, connect with the best. Wilson Kirshner gives to Cook, and he's Turf Monster grabbed him. Wanted to make a cut, but lost his footing. Had some running room. He'll lose 2, 2nd and 12.
And you don't know if that ankle that bothered him a little bit in the first half might have contributed to slipping there as well.
Hey, give the kid props. He's back in there playing. Second and 12 from the 46. Empty the backfield. They'll swing it out to Cook. Cuts back toward the hash mark. Will take it inside the 45, back to the original line of scrimmage. Matt Kabitsky, inside linebacker, making the tackle.
One thing I think you've been able to notice this evening is how well Sussex Hamilton's defense runs to the ball.
Yeah, it's a group rally. It's everybody comes to the football. I think that gets lost a lot of times because, it's way on your side of the field. It's not my side of the field. And no, with this defense here, in the way Justin Gum coaches, everyone rallies to the football. From the 45, 3rd and 11. They pick up the blitz. Not well enough, however. Evan Herman, third time tonight, he's disrupted things in the backfield for the Phoenix.
Yeah, he had 10 tackles for loss coming into tonight's game. I believe that's his second or third tackle for loss tonight.
Looked like Falls had everything covered, and then at the last second, in walks Herman.
Well, that track speed that he has, good height, good range.
You can see why he'll be playing in the Southeast Conference next year for Vanderbilt.
Got that opportunity.
Elm to punt. Almost blocked. Line itself out of bounds just across the 35-yard line. Herman nearly blocked it. So Sussex Hamilton, their first possession of the second half, and if you're just joining us, they like to get up there and no huddle and get through there. Closed captioning tonight brought to you by LifeLock. LifeLock identity theft protection starts here. They waste little time. They get to the line of scrimmage and snap it. 3 receivers to the near side. Now empty the backfield. They'll swing it to the running back out of the backfield. That was Schauer who was lined up in the backfield. Young, I should say, who made the catch. Kelly Grenier making the tackle. And they will mark it just shy of the first down, a pickup of 9. 2nd and 1. Oh, nice play in the backfield. Tackle for a loss is Jack Young. Cole Gagne got in there in a hurry. Watch this closing speed right there. They're ready to go here, 3rd and 3. Again, movement up front. Again, Falls defense, I believe.
Defense, 5-yard penalty and a first down.
Coach, what is that? 4th time tonight they got them to jump?
4th or 5th. It's one of those things that, as a coach, especially your nose man, wait a minute. You're watching the ball, not going on the inflection of the quarterback, but not always the case.
Colath rolling left, now steps, fires, incomplete, looking for Blake Schauer. Covered on the play by Derek Steinbrenner.
Covered up by Derek Steinbrenner of the Falls.
One of the few incompletions tonight thrown by Colath.
2nd and 10.
He's thrown for over 230 yards tonight.
Yeah, it was 18 of 24 for the first half.
Ruiz in motion. And it's Keene with the catch down to the 32-yard line. 23-yard pickup. Cole Gagne there to make the tackle. And another Best Electric Service first down for the Chargers. They snap it quickly. Colath hit as he's thrown. Juggled and intercepted. They take it away from Schauer. Derek Steinbrenner going up and gets the interception.
Yeah, 5th interception on the year for Steinbrenner.
As we take another look, I think Colath got hit as he threw that football. It was Hunter Stuber who got in there. May have made contact with Colath as he thrown it. And a nice play by Steinbrenner to pick that off at the 3.
Excellent concentration as the ball was getting juggled around.
So Falls will take over at their own 3-yard line. Cook struggles to make the 5 before he is turned back.
Up close to the 5-yard line.
When they watch the film Saturday morning, they're going to take a look in the frame of that shot. All 11 Sussex players were in the frame. And we mentioned before the speed with which they play.
Reed Meyer was the first one in there, the first team all-conference defender for the Chargers. Pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8. Kirshner to the 7 and driven back there. Another 2-yard pickup. Lauer was there. Now becomes 3rd and 5 here for Menomonee Falls.
Saw a couple of the Sussex players helping the Falls player get back to his feet. So many of these guys being next-door rivals, know each other. They really want to win the game, but, these are still friends of theirs.
We've got movement up front.
False start. Number 54, the offense. That's half the distance. Remains third down.
Left guard Isaiah Wade jumping the count. Half the distance will put it to the 4. Becomes a 3rd and 9 now for Menomonee Falls. Kirshner rolling right. Throws it out. Nice catch and a first down near the 18-yard line.
Little waggle that time to get himself outside that pass rush. Nice completion.
Hawkins with the reception. Buddy Hawkins, the 5'10 sophomore. Good job.
Yeah, last year Kirshner connected with receivers for 15 touchdowns, but he's missing one of his targets from last year, Evan Redding, walk-on at the University of Minnesota.
Cook bounces off a couple of would-be tacklers, takes it out to the 24-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play. Matt Kabitsky making the stop. Another nice run by Cook.
It'll be second.
Again, he had injured ankle midway through that second quarter. Back in there. Gutting one out here. He'll get it again. Cook breaks a tackle, picks up the first down to the 31-yard line. 7-yard pickup by Joseph Cook. Owen Peterson was there. And Carson Clark also there.
Ball lies on the 32-yard line. First down and 10.
Again, rushed for over 800 yards coming into the game here tonight. Another best electric service first down. Kirshner on a read.
Wilson Kirshner.
Will take it, moving the pile to the 37-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the read option by Wilson Kirshner. Christian Hampton there.
You're seeing Kirshner, a junior, Cook, a junior, 4 of those 5 offensive linemen juniors. A nice nucleus coming back next year.
Colton Miller split out here to the near side. And again, big hole for Cook. Nearly broke it across midfield. He'll take it to the Charger 45. Owen Peterson there, however, a flag near the 40-yard line.
Holding, number 70 of the offense. A penalty is 10 yards for spot of the foul. Second down.
Left tackle Nino Baer, 6'4", 310, also a junior. And another track athlete.
Shot putter, as you can imagine, and keeping those hands inside the numbers, not grabbing a hold. Tough to do sometimes.
Spot of the foul. They mark off the 10-yard penalty, so it goes back to the 32-yard line. Well, it'll be 2nd and 10 under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Cook out to the 35-yard line, gain of about 3. Kabitsky was there. So a big third down once again for the Phoenix. Wilson Kirshner getting the play call from his offensive coordinator, Bobby Regent-Smith. Takes it to the huddle. They'll go 2 by 2 in the receiving core. Tight end Holseth in motion. And Kirshner will keep it. First down and more. Cross midfield. And steps out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 38. 27-yard run. Alex Niebler there to make the stop.
Well, second time this half they've gotten into Sussex-Hamilton territory. You know, you'd like to see the Phoenix be able to put one up on the board, have something to build off coming out of this game.
Able to step out at the 38, 27-yard pickup. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. From the Charger 38, Cook up the middle. Gain of 3 out to the 35. Mayer was there. Mayer also a wrestler. 36 tackles coming into the game. 5 tackle for losses for Mayer at that nose tackle position.
2nd and 8 from the 36.
Three-man front this time. Cook trying to pick his way through the left side. Not much there. Looked like a flag thrown into the pile. LaDanian Milkey was there. What do we have here? Face mask, I believe.
That was second down. Face mask penalty. Defense. 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
So a 5-yard face mask penalty here against the Chargers. Move the ball inside the Sussex-Hamilton 30-yard line. Deepest penetration tonight by the Falls offense. Makes it 2nd and 1. Fake to Cook. Kirshner gets rid of it near sideline. Conroy with the catch inside the 15. 14-yard pickup and another first down. Carter Schilling was there defensively for the Chargers. As we take another look, nice play by Kirshner.
There's that waggle back to the outside, helps him escape the potential rush. Put the ball right on the mark.
The spot at the 15, their first trip into the Salvation Army red zone tonight. Joseph Cook around the right side trying to get the edge. Didn't get there. Great play by Scout Lauer. The outside linebacker able to stay home. Strung it out. Waited for the rest of his teammates to get there.
Yeah, that lateral motion that you can see out of so many of the members of the Charger defense really serves them well.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Kirshner, little read option that time. We'll take it down to the 12. Brought down, I believe, by Owen Peterson, the safety. They'll spot it at the 12. 3rd and 7 in the waning seconds of this third quarter. Kirshner. Again trying to get the edge. Will keep it inside the 5. Close to a first down. Chased out by LaDanian Milkey. One more look. Presence of mind to put that ball back into the left arm and take it to the sideline. And it will be 1st and goal, Phoenix.
That same waggle motion, that served them well this quarter.
Just inside the 5. Cook. Touchdown, Menomonee Falls.
And the Falls are on the board.
6th rushing touchdown this year for Joseph Cook, the junior. It's a Planet Fitness touchdown, the first of the game for Menomonee Falls.
Nice hole opened up to that right side. You've got Joe Sadowski at the tackle, Keith Young's at guard, Stephen Scott, center, Isaiah Wade of the left guard, and Nino Bayer at the left tackle.
The try for the extra point. Brentel Handley. Sizlevich will hold. It is on the way, and it is good. 32-7 as we head to the fourth quarter here at Menomonee Falls. Phoenix getting on the board on a nifty drive. Cuts into that deficit. 32-7 Hamilton as we head to the fourth. So the Phoenix get on the board here at the end of the third quarter. Joseph Cook able to run it in. Our kickoffs tonight brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. On the return, DeMar Neal to about the 20-yard line. So the Chargers been off the field for a while. Mason Lautis on special teams getting down there for the Phoenix, but the defense should be well rested. That was a nifty drive there by the Falls offense. Get a breather for some of these guys on defense here.
Yeah, something they needed to do, establish a little sense of accomplishment.
They will run it. Young to the 25. Brought down on the play by Colton Miller.
Met by Colton Miller.
2nd and 5 from the 25 for the Chargers. Again, Young gets the call, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Ball came out. There's a ball out there. Falls has the ball. Let's see now. The umpire didn't make a signal. The line judge came running in. This should be Menomonee Falls ball, I believe.
Oops, saw it get punched out right
and
there.
it will be. Right there.
Yeah,
We're watching the replay. It's loose away from the pile.
Excellent work by the crew tonight.
I think it was Nolan Anderson who recovered the fumble. Second turnover of the game. First by the Phoenix here tonight, so they will get it just inside the Charger 25-yard line. Cook for a yard. Good defensive play by the Chargers to stack him up. Nick Blair was right there first. 2nd and 9 for Falls here.
Well, it's important for Wilson Kirshner to be able to fake that to Joe Cook. That sets up that little waggle that he's had coming out of the backfield.
Early here in the fourth, Phoenix trying to take advantage of a fumble recovery. They'll go over the middle. Catch made inside the 5. Ball came out as he hit the ground. And it's going to be Charger ball on a touchback. Oh, my.
Question is whether he had control of the ball.
Mason Holseth with the catch.
Fumble on the play recovered by the Chargers.
We're going to get a better look here. And it did come out before he crossed the line.
Penalty flags on the field.
And now flags rain down here. A frustrating night for Menomonee Falls.
We have a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Menomonee Falls. It's a 15-yard penalty and first down.
We'll send it downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, I'm here with Charlie, and she's with Community Advocates, and I have to tell you, one of the more patient people I've ever met. Hey, let's talk a little bit about what keeps you busy.
So I work at the City of Milwaukee's Tobacco-Free Alliance, and right now the vaping epidemic in high schools is keeping us pretty busy. We're trying to figure out ways to support schools, support administration, and also help the youth out, provide cessation efforts, and not give them tickets and not give them suspension.
Yeah, man, you love what you're doing, don't you?
I do. It's really a lot of fun. It's a great way to engage with the community and a way to give back.
Very important to Charlie to give back, and I can tell you what, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan because she loves our community, loves giving back. Thanks for what you do.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for your patience.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great game.
Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. I can't blame Mason Holseth at all. He was just trying to fight for extra yardage and get it into the end zone. Unfortunately, coughed it up just before he got to the goal line, and then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Falls bench put it out to the 35.
Call out hands to Young.
2nd down and 10.
Tackled by Steven Scott.
Jack Young around the right side, and Young off to the races. 65 yards and the touchdown.
Jack Young has the right sideline. It's a Charger touchdown.
They take advantage of the fumble recovery in the end zone, and it's Jack Young. Came around the right edge. Is that Dante Teo, the right guard out there on the pole?
Yeah, they might have wanted to watch a hold on that, too. I'm sure the Falls coaches are very frustrated. But we do know it was the correct call.
And the Eichmann extra point is good. 39-7 early here in the fourth.
Kind of a quick reversal of
Yes.
where you thought you were. I know coming into the game, Coach Gum wasn't looking past this game because you remembered how tight last year's game got, 28-27.
Well, this season, all of our touchdowns are brought to you by Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone. 65-yard touchdown run by Jack Young. That is his 5th touchdown. The senior. And as you said, a big swing there. He recover a fumble inside the 25-yard line. And again, no fault at all, Mason Holseth. He was just trying to fight for that extra yardage and try and get that ball over the goal line and had it knocked out of his hand and was recovered in the end zone by the Chargers. And you add on the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to the Falls bench, and Young able to race it in from 65 yards. Our kickoff's brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Hawkins and Sensky, the deep men for Menomonee Falls. Sensky again will fake the reverse. Nice run up across the 20 to the 26-yard line. Brought down by DeMar Neal. Time now to bring you our hit of the game, brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. One of the sacks tonight. And here it is, Kirshner. And Herman coming up big with the hit of the game. Right there, wrestling down Cook. That is our hit of the game, brought to you by the Milwaukee Admirals. Thank them for supporting high school football again this season here on My 24. Cook picks his way up the middle, out to the 40-yard line. 12-yard pickup for Joseph Cook. He's had a nice night tonight.
Yeah, he's really had, the offense. Give credit. The offensive line has hung there, created some holes for him, and he's had an excellent second half.
21 carries for 86 yards tonight for Cook. Christian Hampton, a good night tonight defensively. 6 tackles tonight. Another best electric service first down for the Falls. High snap, trouble. Herman in there again. Able to take Cook down, and that play was disrupted by the high snap. Took the rhythm out of that offensive set. It was high and to the left of the quarterback, and by the time he was able to hand it off, Mr. Herman back in the backfield again.
Interesting to see where he winds up playing in college.
Mm-hmm.
Second 14 to 36.
We'll be headed to Nashville and Vanderbilt as we speak. Little country music there down to the 30-yard line by Herman. Evan Herman taking an offer down to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he gets a few more offers. People start to watch tape, and sometimes folks don't realize, it's not always early commitments. Coaches are always looking to find players.
I'll tell you, though, that is a great academic institution in Vanderbilt. So not only going to maybe play some football down there, but get a first-class education. Cook trying to get the edge, and you can see the rally of the ball by the Charger defense. They strung it out nicely. LaDanian Milkey leading the way along with Christian Hampton.
You can see Austin Eklund at the corner, held that outside, forced them back in. Always force those people back into your defensive players coming.
Ball to the 25-yard line.
Brings up 4th down, and so the punting unit coming on. Elm to punt it away.
Elm to punt. Keene.
Keene standing at midfield. Elm gets this one away. Keene will let it hit the turf, and it's touched by a Menomonee Falls player just inside the 40-yard line. They'll spot it at the 39 where the contact was made, and so the Chargers with the ball and the lead here with 7:15 to play.
See if we see Tyler Hatcher getting a chance to come in at quarterback or not. We saw him earlier throw the two-point conversion.
Looks like the first team offense going to take the field once again here for the Chargers. It will be Colath at quarterback. Give it to Young, who had that 65-yard touchdown run moments ago. Takes it out to the 30, make it the 44-yard line. Colton Miller, his fifth tackle tonight on defense for the Phoenix. As we mentioned, the Chargers in a first-place tie in the Greater Metro. They will wrap up their regular season next week against Brookfield East. Young picks his way to the outside. Hauled down from behind inside the 30-yard line. Sislevich perhaps saved 6 there.
And that was Tyler Hatcher came in now and handed that ball off. You can tell Coach Gum, see, I did my job.
1st and 10 at the 25. A Best Electric Service first down. Shower in motion. They will hand it off. New running back in there as well. This is Jordan Thomas, his first carry tonight. 5'9" senior. Has a pair of touchdowns this season. Stephen Scott brought him down. Brings up 2nd down, and we'll call it 6 here. Tyler Hatcher, 5'9", 175-pound junior at quarterback. Tossed the 2-point conversion in that first half. We'll hand it off to Thomas again. Up the middle and into the end zone is Thomas. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And that will put a cap on this one here tonight. Another look at the run by Jordan Thomas. Looks like we got a lineman down.
Orlando Humphrey, number 52, helping him to his feet.
It's the right tackle, the sophomore. Able to walk back to the Chargers sideline.
We know that Sussex has a number of outstanding players, but 6 of the guys who start on offense are juniors for Hamilton.
Eichmann's kick is through, and we will take our break here in the 4th quarter. We will have a running clock when we return, 46-7 in favor of the Chargers. Our Heiser Automotive Group Friday Night Rivals presented by Landmark Credit Union.
Tonight's game will also be rebroadcast tomorrow evening.
Jordan Thomas's touchdown puts the Chargers up 46-7. Kickoff following the touchdown, brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. We will have a running clock the rest of the way out following this kick on the 35-point rule. And this will bounce to Senski. Big hole over the left side. Senski across midfield. He'll take it down the far sideline. Touchdown, Menomonee Falls. Tyler Senski with the kickoff return.
Well, he's had a couple of nice returns this evening, only a sophomore.
One more look.
Fakes the handoff.
92 yards. Got past the kicker. And high steps his way into the end zone.
92 yards in the Senski kick return.
And they're short a player on special teams here to get the extra point away. Now we're set. Hadley's extra point is up and good. Well, coming up following our game, stay tuned for our United States Marines Player of the Game presentation. Again, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. A few people in mind for this one tonight.
Right. Obviously, we've seen Nate Kolath, but he's spread the wealth around, a number of different receivers. His halfback has certainly had a good night. Jack Young carrying the ball.
Keene with a couple of touchdown catches tonight.
Evan Herman on defense, number 11. Number of candidates.
We'll see. We'll put it to a vote.
Well, we'll feed it to the computer and see what comes out.
We mentioned week 9 next week. Hamilton, the Chargers return home. They'll wrap up the season against Brook East. East a bit dinged up going into the last 2 weeks of the regular season.
Number of their key players out with injuries.
Menomonee Falls will make their second trip into West Allis to take on Central next week. They beat Hale, their only conference victory.
But second half, we've seen, some little glimpses of their offense. The running game has gotten going. We've seen Wilson Kirshner have some excellent completions.
Again, they're going to return 16 starters on both sides of the football next year. Huge experience. Time for our Menards kickoff. Chip shot over here to the near side. And they recover the onside kick. How about that? Looked like it was Hawkins who run it down. Buddy Hawkins here on the outside lane. Brentel Handley did a nice job. That little pop-up kickoff.
Soccer player said, I can do this. Well,
and a great job by Hawkins to race over there and get it before it hit the sideline.
Yeah, no quit in the Phoenix.
No.
Excellent.
What's the old adage? It's not how you start, but it's how you finish. Makes you feel a little bit better. New quarterback in there now. And that one is incomplete.
Jackson Kepke, a senior.
So Kepke getting an opportunity here. Again, we're facing a running clock with that more than 35-point lead here by Sussex Hamilton. So
Last pass and 10 for Cannons. 2nd and 10. Outside the 35.
Sensky getting a chance here. Just electrified us with that 92-yard return. Vincent Cooper making the tackle. So both teams starting to bring some people in here. So some new faces out there for both sides of the football. Sensky will line up in a slot here to the near side. One of 4 receivers with an empty backfield here. Little hitch and a completion and a first down. Inside the 25-yard line. Dawson Krieger able to make the tackle. And a Best Electric Service first down. They'll mark it at the 23. There's that waggle and the throw on the run, coming back to the football, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Church.
2nd and 10 now for Menomonee Falls.
Another senior that time, Tyler Church, getting a chance.
Blitz coming. They attempt to pick it up on the scramble inside the 20. Kepke able to take it down close to the 15 and reaches the Salvation Army red zone. Christian Hampton there to make the stop. Under 2 minutes to go.
The 16-yard line.
They'll spot it at the 16. 3rd down and short. 3rd and about 3. Play fake. Kepke being chased. Threw it back over the middle, and that's dangerous, and that's picked off. Should have thrown it away, but instead went looking for a touchdown and got picked off by Noah Schick.
Schick, only a freshman.
He'll remember that. Trying to look for Conroy that time, and anytime you're a quarterback and you roll outside the hashes and you throw it back over the middle of the field, it's trouble.
Trying to make something happen. You know, the intentions were certainly good.
And the Chargers, 45 seconds away from getting to 5-1 in the conference, 6-2 overall.
Yeah, I think they'll take their time going out there to put the ball in play.
They'll have to take a timeout.
And just kneel down on.
Yeah. Well, perhaps this Phoenix team growing up just a little bit here in the second half. You got to give them credit. They were down 32-0 at the half, had nothing going. A couple of nice returns, and then the 92-yard touchdown return by Sensky here. Again, I think you got to feel a little bit better about yourself when you go into the film study tomorrow and just say, hey, if we could put together a full game like we did in the second half, things are going to be different.
Yeah, they're definitely able to point to some things that they did well.
And coaches Gabby Biggie and Emily Goldbach.
So one more snap here for the Chargers.
And they are going to take a kneel down.
They will take the knee. So the border battle here between these two rivals just down the road from each other will go to the Sussex Hamilton Chargers tonight. They will maintain a share of first place in the Greater Metro, getting to 5-1 on the year, 6-2 overall. Meanwhile, Menomonee Falls falls to 1-7, 1-5 in the Metro Conference. Your final here tonight, 46-14 Chargers over the Phoenix. Stay tuned. We will have our post-game report, which includes our United States Marine Corps Player of the Game and our Champions Trophy presentation coming up when we return. Heiser Automotive Group, Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union. Yes.
Yes.
He asked me, and I said,
Let's go!
whoa! Whoa! Hey, remember, we're not cable, so we're going to watch your language. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to go U.S. Marine Player of the Game. We're going to send it back up there. I'm going to have Coach Gum come give the trophy, and then we'll say, hey, good luck the rest of the way. Y'all let me get out of here, and then you go crazy. How's that? Come on up a little bit. You good?
The Sussex Hamilton Chargers maintain a share of first place tonight in the Greater Metro Conference with their victory over Menomonee Falls. They get to 6-2 overall, 5-1 in the conference. A 46-14 defeat of their arch rival, the Menomonee Falls Phoenix. We head downstairs. Time now for a United States Marine Corps Player of the Game award presentation. Here's Mike McGivern.
Hey, quarterback said he didn't need my help getting a homecoming date. He said, that's already passed. Don't need to talk about that. Hey, first of all, congratulations. Feel pretty good about this group.
Oh, yeah, we got a great group of guys here. I mean, they make practice fun every day. We got the best coaching staff I could ask for. I love all my teammates.
Hey, that offensive line, they do a nice job for you.
Yes, sir. They do a great job protecting me, making holes for me, making holes for Jack Young. I'm proud of those guys. I mean, they do it every week for us. So.
What do you think it would take to take them out to dinner one night?
Yeah.
Coach Gum might have to help with that. Hey, U.S. Marine, nothing like, when he's the quarterback, that's his huddle, right? You've been in enough huddles. This guy, that's his huddle, and when he says, look, this is what we're going to go, boys, we're going this way, you got to love guys like that. Perfect to become a U.S. Marine. You love guys like that.
We had some good demonstration of battlefield generalship. Hey, in any fight, you want to break the will of the enemy early, hit them early, hard, and often, and that's what's going to ensure success, and you did that tonight, so congratulations.
Hey, last question for you. Any different feeling as far as, look, you don't like anybody in your conference, but you get a chance to come over to Menomonee Falls and beat them up a little bit. Not bad, right?
It's always a very sweet feeling. My last time playing them, my sophomore year we played here. Coach Gum was calling plays from home because he had COVID. So, That was an interesting one. It didn't go the way we wanted. Beat them last year, and this is a great one to end with. Great team win, so I'm proud of my boys.
Congratulations. Good luck the rest of the way. Boys, back to you up there.
Mike, thank you very much. Nate Kolath, our United States Marine Corps player of the game, and why not tonight? Take a look at his game resume this evening. 20 for 28, 268 yards, and a couple of touchdown passes. Nick Keene, the recipient of a couple. He also scrambled tonight, 4 carries for 34 yards, called his own number on a 1-yard touchdown run, so responsible for 3 touchdowns tonight. Senior Nate Kolath. This one right there, beautiful thrown ball.
Distributes the ball very well.
Yes, he does, and a deserving Player of the Game award brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Once again, we head down to the sideline. Time now for our Champions Trophy presentation. Here's Mike.
Hey, so we let the ball boy hold it, that's for sure. Coach, you got to feel really good about how these guys took care of their business tonight.
Yeah, very, very pleased. Both sides of the ball, very good job. Again, it's like Nate said earlier, really always nice to come here and get one as well, especially nice this week. And thought we got our offensive swagger a little back tonight too, which was nice. Defense played another awesome game.
Man, you know what? Watching the offensive line, I thought they wore them down. Coach, I do. I think they wore them down pretty good tonight. Defensive line, I think, certainly took care of business for sure. Defensively, swarmed to the ball. Offensive line took care of their business.
Agree.
Yeah.
And that group just keeps getting better every week. I think our tempo is something that's, helps us out a lot. Obviously, they had some guys playing both ways, and, come late in the game, that's big.
Hey, we talked a little bit before this. Man, you love this group. You got a lot of respect. These guys get after it.
Yeah, they're fun, man. It's fun to kind of practice every day. It's not a job. We get to do what we love to do, and these guys make it even better.
Hey, man, quarterback said one of the best staffs, best coaching staff he's ever been around. You need to let him throw the ball a little more, I guess.
I know. Hey, you can't have a good staff without good players, that's for sure. So they make us look good.
Hey, good luck the rest of the way. It's good to see you.
Appreciate
Boys,
it.
good luck the rest of the way. Let me get out, and then you can go nuts. Be nice to the ball, boy. Back to you. And go. Here we go.
Chargers, a victory tonight. 46-14 over their arch rival, the Menomonee Falls Phoenix. Big one here. They maintain a share of first place in the Greater Metro Conference heading into a showdown with Brook East. We'll be back with a final word from Menomonee Falls right after this. Sussex Hamilton Chargers winning 4 of the last 5 over their arch rival Menomonee Falls, winning here tonight 46-14. You got one final word there, Coach?
Yeah, we didn't want to neglect this. The coaching staff of Menomonee Falls wanted to point out a young man, and we didn't get a close-up on the sideline, but manager Ben Nelson, who's confined to a wheelchair, has worked with this team over the years, films all of their practices, and they really appreciate all he's done to be part of this Phoenix team. So we didn't want to neglect mentioning Ben.
Ben does a great job, and hats off to the managers, I'll tell you, especially Ben. He has been around the program for a while. Big thank you tonight to all our sponsors who bring you Friday Night Rivals each and every week. Heiser Automotive Group, Landmark Credit Union, Army National Guard, Best Electric Service, Carthage College, the Salvation Army, United States Marine Corps, LifeLock, Planet Fitness, the Milwaukee Admirals, GlaxoSmithKline, Menards, and Community Advocates. Tonight's game is going to repeat tomorrow, Saturday, at a special time, 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, so make sure to check that out. Then join us again next Friday at 7 for a Woodland Conference Showdown. The Pewaukee Pirates taking on New Berlin Eisenhower. We'll have that one for you live next Friday at 7 o'clock as we wrap up the regular season. Big thank you to our My24 sports crew here tonight, our entire team gutting it out in the chilly autumn air here tonight. Did a fantastic job. Big thank you to Mike McGivern, our sideline reporter tonight. Great to have him back. Terry Kelly on color tonight. Andy, our stat man, did a fine job once again. John Weiser saying good night from Menomonee Falls. Sussex Hamilton a winner, 46-14. You've been watching Heiser Automotive Group, Friday Night Rivals, presented by Landmark Credit Union.